winner of this moves into the upper bracket finals. Best of 3. Karwik from Poland
grand finals.
versus Bukster from... Yeah, sorry, grand finals. Bukster from Latvia. We'll head into... The winner of this heads into play Agent in a single best of 5. And he's been waiting for a little while. And Agent, of course, right now, the top player in Russia and also could be in the CIS and European region. He's been winning everything. But here we go. Nice start from Karwik. Already wants to rocket jump up to the pincer. It's a nice couple of shots, and Bukster down to about 10 HP. And Frontier, we haven't seen this map today, and it can be a little bit devastating when you're out of control. And I feel like this maybe plays a little bit more in favor of Karwik. It is his map choice, and these close-range rocket fights do get messy, but he does not mind the mess, GMT.
No, he is he's a scatological pervert, and, you know, he just lives for it. And the fact that he didn't get that mega, honestly, he's happy about that. Because, you know, it's good stuff, isn't it? The thing about this map and this matchup is that I don't think that Karwik is the polar opposite of Bukster like he has been with Firebot with Agent. Bukster is also the sort of player that wants to trade blows, maybe not quite as much, but I think this will be a brawl.
Yeah, for sure. But Bukster's very stable as well. Karwik has these moments of brilliance. Sometimes they can backfire, though. We haven't seen Bukster do too many big risks. So, you know, if he gets stable, that's when he gets dangerous, so to speak. And that pincer shot is going to make his situation a little bit more stable here, as Karwik is going to rotate round. I don't think he has a time on this mega. And hello to DPM in the chat, by the way. Coming in from the Dota 2 scene, been to pretty much all the TIs and asking lots of questions. She asks, is this a boomer community? And basically, yes, the answer is we are boomers. Arena FPS has been around since like 98 or so, which is great because all our players can definitely afford a battle pass and probably some for their kids. Just what I mentioned.
Also, congratulations to
Great
DPM
for children's birthday presents.
All right. On getting diamond in Legends of Runeterra. Well done. Tweeted about that earlier. I'm on top of it.
Yeah.
I know everyone in the chat.
You've been stalked, BPM. You should be worried. GMT is finding out who you are. Bukster, nice frag over by the red. Took the high ground position. Oh, that pincer shot missed. That's going to be painful. Karwik, he's so good at this. Like, if you frag him, he will instantly take an opportunity to try and surprise you when you I guess you want to feel comfortable because you just got the frag and you should, but Karwik is very kind of Avec-esque in his refrag potential here. Also from Poland, so maybe the school of Avec is a thing. Who knows? We'll check it out.
There's something in the water. It's got to be.
Avec didn't go to school.
Karwik. They're really hard playing peekaboo. The audience didn't get to hear that, unfortunately.
I think Avec went to school.
Yeah.
Jahar is like, yeah. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, all right. Karwik going to take a pincer to the face. Probably not too happy about it, but he'll have to suck it up and comfort himself with a nice mega health, like Woody Harrelson in that gif, you know, where he wipes away his tears with money? That's Karwik with the mega.
Yeah, he's okay. But, like, this map, if you get hit by too many pincers, it's really devastating because it's hard to be fast to get around. Obviously, you've got this terrain ramp collision, which people love. But also, getting out of the mega room, there's no quick way of getting to the red or getting to high ground. And high ground doesn't give you too many opportunities on your opponent, apart from in red armor. So just getting hit by pincers just like that as Bukster scores another one is devastating. Nice defensive rocket, though. So far, a very even game in our lower bracket finals.
Karwik is still mental. We haven't watched him in a couple series. He's not changed, has he? Still just having it. I love it. I love Karwik. He's one of my favorite players. I mean, my favorite player is Gaia, of course, but I think it might be Karwik right after him. Dropping on the shaft.
Yeah. I think Gaia entered. I think he got knocked out in 30 seconds, 64th or something. Loads of good players entered this tournament.
He got 16th, actually. He was in the qualifying match in loser's bracket, but didn't quite manage it.
Again,
lost to Dazzletor, I believe.
From Karwik.
Gonna get
Yeah, this A lot of angles on Frontier when it comes to pincer shots. Ooh, the fadeaway pincer misses, and that rocket was almost devastating by bukster. Bukster's still very weak. Could go down in one pincer, and he does.
Precision.
Where's the mega time? It's going to be spawning soon.
That's your job, James.
Yeah, I haven't been timing. Here we go. It's going to be back
That's
on
a
40.
mega.
God. Yeah. One of the reasons we lowered the damage on the pincer is because the engine's mouse input is so good, and in terms of you should be able to hit quite a lot. So if it was the standard kind of 80-90 damage, this map would just be only pincer. And even with reduced damage, you know, some players like Karwik or, you know, others that can hit a lot, they still make it look like it's just overly devastating. It's just 7-1. And Mega spawning on 40. And he could probably push fast over to the red. Doesn't want to do the rocket jump up here. I've actually seen DDK rocket jump up from this to the higher red. I think it's a really good move. I haven't seen many other people do it. Red gets stolen though. Bukster needs to get on this pincer himself, because Karwik is the positioning that you want on Frontier that's very nice is make sure that your opponent has to take 2 big jumps to get on top of you. That way you can punish them with the shaft if you have more health and armor, and if they don't have a pincer, you're always going to be good. Gets a 1 HP kill there, Karwik. Alright, I'll send it back over to GMT. You probably forgot he's here because I've been ranting, but he is here, I promise.
I've forgotten I'm here as well. Karwik's dead, mate. Bukster's jumped around that corner and he's at him. I'll tell you that much. On the Mega though, it's more calamity. Bukster on the board, 3-8 now, and you know, with the opportunity here made for a bit of control.
Yeah. Still no pincer on Bukster.
Yeah.
It's just like here's the pickup. I want to see what accuracy he's hitting, because he's hitting 42%, but I don't think he's got to fire that much.
Sometimes it's the quantity, not the quality of your shots that matters in Arena FPS. Bukster hugging that wall, making a good angle for himself, and now onto the Mega he goes. Big damage though from Karwik, who with 1 rocket sends him to the grave. And in Diabotical, you're always spinning in your grave.
Them the rules.
And the rules.
We didn't make them up.
You're gonna fix
what happens. We fixed it, and then people were upset we fixed the spin on the end of match. They're like, bring it back. They thought it was intentional. I was like, no, we just didn't really finish the game when we shipped it. We just told you it was finished. I was like, stop. So we should have said like, oh yeah, it was intentional. It was meant to be in. Everything's a feature until it gets fixed.
Everything. Yeah. You just pretend you're making the new strafe jumping. Like, accidental mechanic. Every single one. Bukster's going to eat a nasty direct, and
this is really hard for him, because if he goes for the blue armor, he's in a really shitty position, because he's not going to necessarily get them this mega, and he can't go for red because it's already been taken. So leaving this area, he needed to get that blue. Now he's like, I am locked. This is not fun. And Karwik knows this from his previous damage. That's a really good smoke weeble. I would rush to the red as quickly as possible. And actually that smoke weeble is going to cover him from getting pincered. Oh, good opening shot from Bukster. If that went the other way, that wouldn't have been great. And he can get this 50. Red is going to be first. Mega's a tiny bit afterwards. Bukster should be looking to get high ground. Playing low ground down here isn't going to yield him anything. He's just going to take a bit of damage. I mean, if he does damage back, great. I mean, Karwik
doesn't have timing.
Yeah, but he should have figured it out. But he needs to defend this Mega, so this is a good position to stand in. It stops his opponent from rushing the fastest route, and now he might be able to secure it just by standing there for a few seconds. It should be up in a second, if not already. There we go. Okay, he's got time on it now, so he knows it's going to be about 28. But he also knows that his opponent's 100, 200, or roughly around there. I think he's concerned about giving this red away.
I think he is. He's going to be coming in. Karwik doesn't want the fight. You don't say that every day. Dropping down his Bukster, catches him out. 1 rocket, 2 rocket, knocks him onto the next level though. And the rocket's coming back from Karwik, finishes him with the shaft. Golden frag activated.
Oh, Karwik jumped from the rocket and got extra height and landed on the top. That would have been Bukster's win. That would have been would have still been the game. And now Karwik actually going to eat a whole host of rockets, but gets the mega.
Gets mega though. Oh my dear lord. Karwik
needs that blue before he can get into the red.
Yeah,
He
Bukster
should go for
desperately
red
wants
now,
50
aggressive.
health, but he can't.
If he takes this red, he's got timing on the Mega.
Coming in with the rockets is Bukster. Needs to knock him off. This ready to
That's it.
direct himself. Here's the shaft. Karwik's got it. And that is Karwik's map pick in the books.
Yeah, rockets amazing from Karwik around corners. Bukster really was trying to walk out to do additional damage with his own rockets, sometimes with a machine gun, and honestly, he paid for it. There were some times he just needed to walk away. You know, kind of just be like at peace with his opponent. Be like, we will both leave and battle tomorrow at high noon or something. But he kept on trying to force the issue, and yeah, got punished for it. So well
And
played by Karwik.
If you thought Pincer looked dominant on that map, Frontier, remember when it was even worse and we had client-side hit registration? Good times.
Well,
the
Frontier,
most
it's very
pincer-heavy map
powerful
of all
because you
time.
can deny your opponent the pincer. On Bioplant, the pincer is very powerful, not because you can deny it, but because you can find these angles so quickly, like coming through teleporters, there's a little angle, you know, it's very safe to use as well because you have a decent high ground that you don't always get jumped on. So there is a lot of pincer action, and Karwik at the start shows us that he hits 2 pincers with an LG in the middle after picking up the Mega to claim his first frag. He should be getting on this red, but unfortunately misses the first pincer shot. Smoke throw down, actually nice rocket through the smoke, 40 into 100. And he knows that Mega's a tiny bit delayed, gets confused with the sound.
Oh,
my god,
no!
I die here. Oh, he killed himself! The lift gets a point.
Karwik, you're so good, but you're also so bad. Oh, how's that happen?
He's 11 HP. I mean, there is...
No, I know.
If he
no,
got
he's
the
not
frag,
so
we would have been like, you're a god, you know? But yeah,
He's
he
a
went up the
genius.
lift, fired a rocket thinking there was no floor below him, but the lift followed him up, so... Still
Always
2-0
does.
in his favor.
Bukster has been really, I think, quite boisterous so far. Hasn't really had a stack advantage, but it has been, you know, just trying to slug it out. Tough to do versus Karwik, but this red's interesting. He hits that pincer on entry. And Karwik's probably thinking twice about pushing on in here. Bukster
Ooh, that's an
using the
amazing
wall
move by
to
Bukster.
cover him.
Yeah, hugging the wall gave him an opportunity for a frag, and even though Karwik gets this Mega, he's not too healthy for it. And Bukster has position on this red. He's actually going to push the advantage, tries to hit rockets. Karwik's dodging, absolutely fantastic. Jumps over a rocket and then finishes with a pincer, 3-0. He's going to have time on this red. Hits 1 pincer shot, could spam a rocket down there just to guarantee the red. Gets greedy. He didn't need to give that red away. He could have easily have just picked that up himself with a rocket spam, but hey, you know, you want to give your opponent some items, we're not going to judge, but it will cost you a frag.
Yeah.
Bukster
Like
back
both
on the
have been
map.
making some great moves in their combat, just sort of taking turns. Karwik, really the one that wins out there. Mega brings him to pretty much a fresh spawn level of health. Bukster's on that red. So Karwik needs to play this quite intelligently and wait for his opponent, I think, to inform him where he can go and where he can't. Gonna hit 2 pincers here, though, as Bukster just poked his head that little bit too far out.
Yeah, I don't even think Bukster picked up a pincer when he went into the room. So I think he's fighting against a player that has a pincer. He doesn't, but it doesn't matter. Nice rocket and claims the pincer for himself. Will again go up with his Karwik. Could chase here. Oh, predicted nicely his opponent coming back in and lands a face rocket. Doesn't pick up the Mega. Pushing Karwik off the spawn, who was running into the yellow room. Of course, there's blue and there's also the pincer in there, but not sure what the plan was really. And he's being heavily punished for off the conversion. This is about 2 to 3 frags off the conversion now of his first frag.
Yeah. And what a difference a map makes. You remember how these two were playing on Frontier, how Karwik was really quite favored, and Bukster on his own map pick just looks a little bit more comfortable. He's making these aggressive moves himself and playing for this red right now using his hit scan weapons, but thinks better of it at 36 HP and will take the red and now position himself, I would imagine, for upper blue. Gives that up actually.
First Mega that got picked up that actually got somebody over 150 HP there for a little while. The last 2 Megas went to Karwik, and it was all like 120 HP, 130. So bukster got a pretty clean Mega, but it has been shaved off, but he has got time on it. Tries to push in the red. Could hit a good follow-up rocket, but unfortunately only gets a 42 damage one. Misses a little bit, and that's not going to make the conversion easier. And now Mega's going to be spawning at 20. Bukster knows it. Karwik says, I didn't see it as well. Rocket jumps up. Gets the frag. I'm not sure who picked up the Mega in that situation, but Karwik holds some of it still. And unfortunately for Bukster, not having a shaft in that situation couldn't keep his opponent at bay. So Karwik now takes the lead, 1 frag advantage.
One of the things you've got to say about Karwik, the reason that his aggression works is because he does it so decisively. He is making his decisions lightning fast, without doubt or hesitation. And, you know, that's what can make us not so much a stupid move, but an unconventional move work.
Yes, he was raised as a confident little boy, I'm sure. And his parents are proud of his, you know, he's going to become a diabotical 100 air after this tournament. So much money.
I mean, he probably really was too young to play it when this game was announced, so might be true. Karwik on the low ground doesn't want to hang around for the red. It's Bukster's position, just too good there. Looking for the Mega. Good damage off that first rocket pincer as well. The smoke! Oh no! Where there's smoke, there's rockets. Oh! What's happening? James, break it down.
I don't know. Not even sure if there should be items. It looks like an AIM arena match. Alright, Mega spawning in about 2 seconds. Bukster doesn't know the time. Karwik doesn't, well, now need the time. He's going to take the blue. Should rotate round to this Mega pretty quickly. Oh, sorry, it's spawning at 10.
That's alright.
Next one at 45.
Makes mistakes.
Yeah, but people just don't expect them of me. So I don't want to shatter anyone's dreams, you know. Alright. Let's try and bring this commentary back in.
What, is it gone a bit off the rails?
There's a blue armor available for Bukster, but it's not really available because it would die if he goes there. Karwik can just plus forward and see if he does a lap of the map to hear him. Does hear him, finds him at the TP. Oh my god, that's so unlucky. 3 HP on Bukster, and he gets the red. And I think the Mega was spawning on a minute, if I remember. So he might be just in time. No, it's spawning at 50. Karwik's gonna get it. Bucks are gonna pay for his life. Yeah, there's it's a different kind of duel, this one, isn't it? I would say. It's certainly very confident in combat. Both of these players, actually.
Some games are like chess games. Others are like knife fights. This is a knife fight. Just go for it, boys. Football hooligans inside FPS games.
If you ever go to New York, you can have
He's
both.
Angry Ed.
Very angry Ed.
Next Mega 05. Oh, Karwik just like wants to fight and just gets punished for it. Takes so much damage and actually could be ended here. Leaving's going to be hard. He's only got 37 HP, now down to 3. Going to pick up the 25 at the top. He's got all the weapons he needs. Needs to replenish his rocket ammo, which he will do now. And Mega's next on the menu. Stops Bukster from climbing the rails to getting into the Mega room. It's going to be 05 spawning on 40.
Ooh, I was going to say clean pickup, but not so much. Pincer as well. Bukster. Is he going to push through this smoke? Of course he is. But pulls back at the last moment. Both of them limping, bleeding right now. There's the pincer from behind. Bukster takes his 9th of the game. This is still anybody's map.
That was a huge play and frag. Most people would have taken the 25 and gone round to the blue room where you can see Bukster now, but he actually went to the center to try and get a pincer shot. If he missed it, there would have been a 25 and a 50 health pickup for Karwik. So really, really nice play. Bukster, I feel like the game's starting to slow down. At least I'm hoping it will for Bukster. He doesn't need to get too crazy going into near golden frag territory. Just nice positions. Little bit of damage here and there. Doesn't want to drop too low versus Karwik, because he can take advantage of you when you aren't very well stacked. And he's going to get the red. Again, looking for another shot.
And crucially,
only 3 frags down.
Shot off before the red. Yeah, this is very doable. Eminently so. bukster will brave the doorway and now is on the outside. Here's the fight, very up close. I don't think either cares for positioning at the moment. And the drive-by pincer. Karwik at Mach 5 dives through the midfield.
He's great at these like prediction plays. He's done it a few times throughout this tournament. Like when a player's low, he kind of predicts them really nicely. Oh, bukster getting caught off the shaft in the back. No one wants to see that.
I do.
Okay.
All right. 200-200. You know, James, if we're this awkward, we might get an Asus ROG, you and In Control sort of a montage together one day. We can do it, I believe. Karwik, with all the stack in the world, is running around this map like he owns the place. And, well, I think he might. If you can afford a golden gun, you can probably afford a map. Coming in and looks to take him down. bukster gets caught on the doorway. And that is that. 2-0 Karwik going to the grand finals.